Hey guys, it's the History Nerd, and we are back with another episode of Europa Universalis 4 Great Britain. Huzzah! What indeed? Yeah, that should cover all of the intro noises that I need to make. Alright, so where we last left off, we had done some further colonization in the New World. We had formed the colonial nation of Cuba. We're working on getting the colonial nation of the 13 colonies, or perhaps Canada. I think that's going to be the 13 colonies, though. Um, Player map mode, weather, colonial regions. There we go. So it's colonial Eastern America. That's going to be the 13 colonies. Now we could also get English Canada going as well. I guess Greenland's part of colonial Canada. That's news to a Canadian. And then colonial Mexico when we start taking the Aztecs. We've got colonial Colombia as well. So these are just all the new colonial regions. This might need a new name. It could just be Colonial Caribbean. It doesn't need to be Colonial the Caribbean. Seems a bit weird. Anyway, let's continue with what we were doing, and that is getting our colonies on the go. Although we are well aware that no one likes paying taxes, you would think that the people would have the sense to realize that glorious victories on the battlefield require a little more taxation. It seems we will have to explain it to them. So we've got 3 in Uxbridge, 5 in Munster. Thankfully, we've got militaries to handle them all. Munster. Now, the concerning thing is they've got more than we've got, and our military spending is at an all-time low. So we could put it up to max and not make much at all, which is something we might have to do, and then just get a few more units on the go, because we need them for the Army of Ireland. Fur in Connecticut. Excellent. Excellent. And the Battle of Uxbridge was relatively easy to win. Not surprising, really. Native uprisings, the ungrateful ungrits in Connecticut uprose, but we put them back down. That didn't seem like an actual decent, a decent English sentence, really. I apologize. I'm playing the United Kingdom. The least I could do is to try and present my English in a non-stupid way. But hey, that's what happens. 21st century North American here. It's a shame what we've done to the language, and I do apologize, England. I really, truly do. But at least some colonies over here still call it Zed. None of that ZBS. Alright. And then another revolt in Lincoln. Because, hey, when the Irish are done uprising, then should... Screw it. I'm not saving that sentence. Alright, we can drop that back down. Thankfully. But my word, our economy in the toilet. Unsurprising, really, when you think about it. It is me. One thing I do want to check, actually, is to just take a look at the trade, thank you, and just see what our merchant is doing. So, Great Britain is applying 1.83 power. We're obviously not doing anything. Nemahin Kabo there is just, he's not doing a thing. So, good for him. Good for him. Oh, excuse me. Okay, our colony in Cartagena. Excellent. Excellent. So we've got wool there, which is surprisingly useless. Well, not surprisingly useless. I apologize to the fine colonials of Cartagena because they are doing a service. What I wanted was chocolate, because apparently that's a new resource. And damn, I loves me some chocolate. So that would have been nice. What can you do? Let's just go back and take a look at the colonial regions here. So we've got colonial Colombia, which I think we're going to want to focus on next. Colonial Colombia will give us a stepping stone. Let's go back to it. Into colonial Mexico, where we're going to want to set up the English Mexico region. So that is an important thing, but obviously Colombia will give us a staging point into there because to get most of Mexico, we're going to have to just be at war with the Aztecs. And as tempting as it is to just drop ships in, it'll be much nicer to just drop humans, like land them, right? Like land them in Panama and walk them up. That'll be better. At the moment, though, I just want to find the best location, and it's probably going to be Antigua here, because hardly anyone, a little bit of money, and although I guess Magdalena's got more, doesn't it? Or do we just want to finish up in the north? I think we'll just finish up in the north here, and we'll take Massachusetts. I think 5 is looking good. Yeah, we'll take Massachusetts. So send them. Mild winter. How's winter in the oldest colony? Normal. Okay, good. Good, that's good. We'll go ahead and advance time further. And I think sooner than later, because most of our colonies right now, like if we take a look at Cuba, it's Catholic. We don't want to be Catholic. And they're actually actively converting people away from Catholicism. So at some point soon, we should change our religion. I mean, at least the Catholic reform desire is at 166%. So, you know, we know things are going poorly. No, actually, no. No. I'm being an idiot. And I don't even have the excuse of, I was recording yesterday or 2 days ago to be like, I forgot what I was going to do. I need an army. I've learned this. I need an army before I convert my religion. Lessons learned. Ooh, double the money up there, eh? No. We need to save it for the military. That's the only way we're going to be able to do this. So, Conquistador Lawrence Bedford has died, which means in honor of that conquistador, we will rename Mahican there to Bedford. There we go. That's a good name. So, I don't know if that actually went through. It looks like it will at some point. So, it's just the waiting game now. I want to get the core on Ireland here, so that the Irish will have a bit less of a reason to get all uppity and flee, or not flee, but rebel. At least if they're core provinces, well, we don't accept the Irish. No. They're little and ginger and strange. Native uprising in Connecticut, not a problem. Our army was like, damn. You guys really want to try this? Okay. And we showed them who's boss. The current period of uncertainty has been gnawing at the minds of the common people. However, our religious leaders have stepped up and told the people it is simply a test of their faith. With that news, people feel a lot better. Yay! Stability. That's good. That's good for the future, Oh, what am I thinking? The future changing of religion. That was very poorly worded. Is this just 6 infantry? No, it's 7 and 1. Okay, so we could do with perhaps another horsey, and then just a few more Irish infantry. There we go. And yes, for a role-playing perspective, I usually like to get my cavalry from culture that is the same as mine, and then I'll just do infantry with everybody. It's just how I roll. Let's see, we got a new tech. We've got the galleon, so we can begin throwing money at upgrading the fleet, because galleons and early frigates are a good thing. So let's go ahead and find our trade fleet. Down there, with about 18 caravels. Let's see, a cardinal is no longer loyal. Brock... Essex is hanging around, though, so that's good. But Brock, there, he's not. And we can see even the colonial provinces are getting involved. So we can see Spain, Castilian West Indies, Castilian Brazil, and Florida, which is a bit ridiculous because now Spain has to fight their colonies for cardinals, which is a bit weird, I think, anyway. Regardless, he's mine. So there we go. We've shown the world who's boss. Maybe not the world, but come along, guys, unlock. This is one thing that I have noticed with the military. When you build new regiments, they're locked until they get up to full strength. Let's go ahead and unlock Administrative 12. Art patronage, so we can now build fine arts academies, and allows them an administrative monarchy and an administrative republic. So let's go ahead and take a look at government changes, which I can't do because I don't have the administration points. But right now we're a feudal monarchy, our ruler reigns until death, and we've got a national manpower modifier and income from vassals boosted. We could change it to any one of these things here, I believe. No. So we could change it, if we wanted to despotic monarchy, which would give us less national revolt risk and less negatives on unjustified demands. So we can grab territory a bit easier. We can now change to an administrative monarchy, which will give us production efficiency and tax modifiers, which sounds pretty tempting. And that's about it for now. Normally what I'll go for is the constitutional monarchy, personal preference. So with the manpower recovery speed, prestige decay, and the yearly legitimacy, or maybe an enlightened despot, but constitutional monarchy sounds more fun. In the meantime, though, a swap to administrative monarchy might not be a bad idea. Get better production, get better tax modifiers. That does sound juicy. Huh. So I guess we could just release Cuba if we wanted to, but no. It's only at 11. They're not going to be fighting yet. Fighting for their rights. Alright. Head on over. And how's that looking? We've got 11 and 2. I think that's good. If you guys know a better way the most efficient way, let me know. And if I like the looks of it, I'll build it. But really, we'll see. Military composition, I find I usually just like throw together a bunch of units. Maurice of Orange pioneered new drills for firearms that made the new weapons much more effective. The drill technique was not a secret, and numerous military entrepreneurs learned the drill and placed their services at the disposal of the crowned heads of Europe. No, I'm sorry. I don't want to take the prestige hit, but I don't have a choice. We're not rich. So, let's see. Knowing how badly the people will revolt, I'd like the army, the royal army, to be just a little bit bigger before we convert back to Protestantism. And how is Massachusetts coming along? Fairly decently. Good. And Cuba's looking pretty good. What do we got? The nation of Denmark, your faithful ally, is requesting that you come to their aid in the Swedish reconquest of Blekinge against Sweden. This is a defensive war where we need to help our ally. Sweden is allied with Poland, France, Bavaria, and the Hansa. Let's just take a look at the log here. So I don't know. Let's see. They're currently just at war with Sweden. The concern is, like, I'm really not set up to fight anybody, really. And that concerns me greatly. Now, if France does get involved, that's bad news bears. Because our fleet is incredibly outdated. We're still rolling early Carracks. You know, we've got a few new Carracks, but we're not ready for this. So I'm sorry, Denmark. We'll make up later. But we can't go to war right now. Coast of Natal. Portugal is definitely doing their fine works there. Where's my other colony? Where's my other colonist? Certainly not there. And he's not down here. We've got just one on the go. But apparently not. Let's see. Connecticut and Massachusetts. Oh, so we're still... Oh, okay. I'm just being dumb. Happens from time to time, and I do apologize for it. How is this looking? Slowly getting up there. Okay. And we can start slapping down workshops, I suppose, although... Really, we should look at getting these guys rolling. So we've got a workshop there. Although, I suppose I don't really need to dump money into my colonies anymore, because once they become a colonial nation, they'll do all that for me, which is nice. So we can just focus on building up the homeland. So, yeah, yep. And what else can we do? Constable workshop. Perhaps slapping down a workshop somewhere would be a good idea. Or even some docks. Docks would be good because we will be building ships soon, so even, hell, shipyards might not be a bad idea. They're expensive, but we'll take it. We'll take a shipyard in London. What do we got? Latupa. I mean, maybe. Not yet, though. We're not getting into Africa just yet. 10, 3, and 1. What do we got there? 11 and 2. So they're about the same size, but built completely differently. That's fine, although we should probably get a couple cannon. Well, we can't afford it. We'll just wait. Alright, so Mary the Second, a 336 leader. That's pretty damn good. And we've got Richard, who's a 416. So it looks like we've got quite the military power that's being built up. Might as well spend them points. Again, I don't really want to spend them in the colonies, so we'll just wait to spend them here. Back at home, what do we got here? An alliance from Riga? No. We don't need an alliance with Riga. A priest in Inverness has translated the Bible into our language and has started to distribute copies of it to nearby villages throughout the Highlands. Heresy! Burn the priest and his books. No. No. Great news. Spread those Bibles far and wide. Yes, people will get mad at us. Apparently the Papal States, which makes sense. They won't like that. They like having the Bible in Latin. And Florida. Florida's like, no! That's ridiculous, sir. Well, screw you, Florida. It's not even in Florida. Regardless, screw you. Yeah, let's go back to that. And those guys are slowly getting there. We're almost there. Oh, come on. Really? 3 left? Okay. Austria is now the papal controller. That's okay, because Great Britain will come along shortly. In fact, how is this looking? Oh, well, we've still got... We'll toss another 5 there. Go 2, that's excellent. So that's wonderful news. And then once Massachusetts is done, that should be 1. Whoa, grain. Wonderful. Natives not assisting. Local native helpers are temporarily not assisting our fur trappers. This is leading to reduced production. Boo. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll give us the 13 colonies, and then North America will be on autopilot from there. We can focus on Canada, let them get on autopilot, and hopefully they'll start doing their thing and colonizing lands in and around the area. Although I guess it depends on what ideas those colonial nations take, and I don't know if colonizing is really a priority for them. Let's see, where's another good spot? I guess Meath. Although, no, we'll keep it on England or Britain for now, and then worry about Ireland after. Alrighty. Discovery spread. In Umbain. We cannot get there. Unsurprising. Oh, we do have another colonist, don't we? That is wonderful news. I'm guessing we'll go with Magdalena there. And start getting some English Columbia going. One could even say British Columbia. It's a pretty bad joke for anybody who knows Canadian provinces. Noble families were often granted control over church lands, and appointments were made in many states in exchange for cash contributions to the crown's efforts. The crown, of course, lost control over some revenues this way in exchange for a short-term boost in revenue. Let's see how short-term of a boost. 217 ducats? Yeah. We'll take the money. Free money. Why not? That'll we could slap down some barracks if we want to do. Which might not be a bad idea. Local regiment costs. Manpower increase, right. So this just gives us... Oh, no, that gives us a big manpower increase, doesn't it? Recruit time, though. Yeah. So we will continue. I guess Meath. And what else? We could go Derby, Lincoln, Norfolk. There we go. And we could get some advisors, although I like making money. Colonial range, though. That really isn't bad. Navigator, Padraig O... something. That's tempting. What else have we got? We got a military advisor. Discipline, land force modifier. Maybe discipline? Nah. Nah, you know what? We will go with the colonial range. Because, hey, we're a colonial nation. We needs the range. We're a very poor colonial nation, that is for sure. So yeah, the expansion. A lot of fun. I'm quite enjoying it. And unfortunately, I'm already thinking about future campaigns and what to do with a randomized new world. It's not even the 1600s yet, and already I'm thinking, yeah, the next game. What? Are you kidding? Get over there, the Royal American Army. Just kill them all. And did that actually change to Bedford? It did not. Probably because it wants its historically correct name. But damn it, I'm not going to do it. Bedford. Standardization of calibers. It's ahead of its time, but damn, that's a good idea. So that would be 16. We can get charge infantry. Thank you. We should look at that. Oh, nope. Units have suffered casualties. We should be getting a pop-up that's like, hey, you can upgrade your troops. Maybe not. Let's go look at our military. Charge infantry. So show the older stuff. And we're currently rolling with these guys. So 4-3. We lose. That drops to a 1-3. That's not very good. Shock 5-3. And offensive morale. So really, I don't know if switching to charge infantry is all that good of an idea. The linear descendants of the Gallic mercenaries of earlier eras. These units place maximum emphasis on infantry charges to kill and unnerve the enemies. Their charge could be more devastating than the cavalry of the era, making them fearsome in attack. That actually does sound pretty good. And they're Gallic, so that means They're British. Ah, bloody hell. Essex. You're really all about getting Essex, aren't you, France? He's mine. I don't know why you don't understand this. And all the training fields are complete. A cardinal rock. So it looks like Spain and France are just going to be tag teaming us. And I can't really influence both of them. So I might have to make a choice between Brock and Essex. And I'm not sure who I'll pick. Probably Essex. Because I've invested far more into him than anyone else. Yeah. Yep. We're losing the papal race, which isn't all that surprising, really. Let's see. Should I get more docks in there? Or should I get... I mean, it looks like I could certainly use some more markets. Markets will get me money. So, Oxfordshire there. We'll get a market now. And what do we got? A bunch of places. Obviously in Africa. So that's really not much we can do about that. Cuba, I'd like you to start building ships or something. Or colonists or anything. Anything! Start expanding. Come on. This should be going much faster. It's not even a bad winter. We're surrounded by, you know, friendly places, and, I mean, New York, man, come on. Yeah. So, I think what we're going to do is just focus on Essex, because it's good to have at least one cardinal, really. If we can. Yeah, what's really expensive is our fleet maintenance. Native assimilation in Massachusetts. Some of the local natives have been assimilated. That's wonderful. So we're getting closer and closer to making that colony a city. Oh, and we've got free diplomats. I've been sitting here not using my diplomats at all. My heavens, that is not good. Corruption is one of the most common and frequent factors of political and economic life. Never in history was this more prominent than in the times of the feudal regimes. Try to eradicate the problem, which I should have looked at that and realized that that would be a bad thing. We'll go back up to that, and now we need to start looking at what we can do diplomatically. We have an alliance with Brittany. I have a feeling that's about the only thing that's keeping them around. Dynastic, relations, influence. Can we, like, make them a vassal? Well, they trust us. But the base tax, the distance, and the military power is kind of eaten into that. So let's just improve relations with them, and then find a nation who we're not mad at. Yeah, damn you, Friesland. So Portugal, for some reason, is like, you're an enemy, but whatever. Austria, you look like you could be a good friend to us. So we'll improve relations with you. And in a strange twist of fate, I would actually like it if I could get a Habsburg on the throne of Great Britain. I would also like it if I could make more than 2 ducats a month. Essex. That won't win him back. But we're getting close. Okay, Gola, good. Refreshing, some might say. And what I'm waiting for basically to end this video on is the creation of the 13 colonies. Because once that happens, hopefully North America will just go a bit on autopilot. There we go. Essex is back to being us. chances are he's already 68. He's probably going to die before another cardinal comes along. The fires of the faith are strong and people are inspired to spread it. Even now, people are flocking to join our missionaries as they seek to spread the faith. Those we seek to convert cannot help but be impressed by the zeal of our faith as inspired. Spread the word. Gain the stability. Thank you. Yep, Essex died without ever reaching the Curia. That was a lot of papal influence wasted on a dead man. Although now we've got De Clifford, who's looking like another loyal cardinal for now. Queen declared war on Burgundy, who's still kicking around. They're still in Burgundy proper and just a little bit of the lowlands. But I have a feeling that's not gonna last forever. The ungrateful natives have risen up in Massachusetts. Those bastards. Surely they realize the futility of what it is they're trying to do. Wool in Magdalena. So this is you know, not what I was hoping these colonies would be producing. But you know, it is what it is, and they will lead us on a path to riches beyond our wildest imagination. Once we can set up an attack on the Aztecs. Our traditional fisheries are proving excellent grounds for the recruiting of sailors for our fleet. This has filtered through into better leadership in our navies. Huzzah for hardy seamen. And no, I'm not going to be making a seaman joke. You'll have to go elsewhere for those. Let's see. I suppose, perhaps, it's all looking pretty much the same. So we'll just go with the Marches, or Gloucestershire. And why not Wessex as well? We should be getting pretty close to having Massachusetts created. In fact, in the year 1594. That should happen. Huzzah! Oh. Are you kidding me? Only 2 colonists made it through? That seems depressing. Alright, Massachusetts has become a colony. Excellent. We're done improving relations with Austria, and the 13 colonies has formed from the overseas provinces of Great Britain in colonial Eastern America. Never like the name of 13 colonies, but, I mean, let's be honest. This isn't 13 colonies, is it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, we'll call them, yes, right, that is, yes, okay, the 5 colonies. There we go. And so now, the 5 colonies. I like that better, really. I'd also like to be able to give those troops to them, but I can't seem to do that. So, these guys are going to go on a long winter march to Frobisher. Have fun, lads. And unfortunately, Mahican is still Mahican. Despite my concerted efforts to rename it, it decided to remain. But hey, that's the 5 colonies for you. At least Cuba is looking pretty juicy. All right, guys. Well, I think that's good enough for today. Thumbs up if you've enjoyed this episode. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.